What's going on, everybody? It's Childish. We're back at it again, coming at you with a brand new game called Woo. What's going on, everybody? It's Childish. We're back at it again, coming at you with a brand new game called Dragalia Lost. Now, if you guys have been checking out some of the other contributors within my community, you definitely know that this is a game that everyone's been talking about. This was brought to you guys by Nintendo and Cygames. Now, spoiler alert, we're not even sponsored or anything. This is just one of those games that I basically got attached to. I heard about from Vulcan, if you guys know him from the MMG community. He told me about this like a week ago. I went ahead and pre-registered it, checked it out. I was trying my very hardest not to get addicted to it, and I just couldn't help myself. It was just super fun. So again, this is a brand new game, an action RPG, so it has a lot of different elements that I've seen in quite a few games that have come out in the past couple of years. So I'm definitely addicted to it, and we're gonna go ahead and give it a go. Now, this is going to be a little different than probably other channels because, as you guys might have seen, if you do play this game, there's a lot of great content creators that have been providing a ton of exceptional guides so that you can guys get started here with this. But what I'm going to be focusing on, I believe, in my channel is I want to give you guys some progressional content. I just kind of want to share my journey with you that I've gone along the way, and some of the things that I've learned along the way. I'll definitely provide you that feedback. But that being said, in today's video, we're just going to do a brief overview of the game just so you guys can kind of understand what's going on. And if I haven't put it up already, I'm going to throw a couple of names of different content creators in various communities of other games that are currently playing this game. So if you guys are looking for the latest and greatest content, I encourage you guys to check it out. Let's go ahead and span this community. Okay, so first off, let's just go ahead and talk about the overlay real quick so you guys can get a branch on this. But before we get into the overlay, let's just break it down, right? Your typical hero collector game action RPG, the goal is to collect a wide variety of units, improve them by means of the worm prints, the dragons, the weapons, which we're going to be talking about, in order to conquer the highest stages possible, okay? So up on the top, we got our level, as well as the stamina. Stamina is our energy that we're going to be using in this game. On the right side, we have the gather wings. I have 45 out of 50, I believe. These are what we're going to be using in co-op. Probably my best, my biggest thing that I like about the game, the co-op feature is probably one of the most unique features in the game, okay? Right below the stamina, we have the wormite. This is going to be our free-to-play currency that we can collect along the way. We can use this to refill our energy. We can use this to do some summons, which we'll probably do at the end of this video. And Diamantium, right over there on the right, we have the, that's the pay to win, pay to play currency that people use if they're looking to get a couple of items, or if they're looking to do some summons with that. So that's you got the free to play currency on the left, and then the pay to play currency on the right. Now, looking down a little bit here, where we got the exclamation points, that is our endeavors. This is kind of our like achievement list. So we have our daily quests, some limited ones that we have. Now this is the jumpstart endeavors. This is what you guys get when you first start the game, and you can get some free rewards on that. You have the normal ones that you're going to be working on as you progress through the game, and then every once in a while they'll be giving you guys some special endeavors that you can collect from this shop here. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Obviously, I'm constantly looking at this daily quest list and endeavors so that I can make sure that I'm getting all the dailies done, but more importantly, working on stuff that I'm really looking to collect, or it's like I'm working on stuff that I can go ahead and finish so I can get the rewards, right? I'm trying to be super efficient if I can. Okay, so let's take a look at the one on just to the right of that. We have ourselves the shop. So obviously, if you want to get yourself, if you want to whale out, you can go ahead and whale out. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, as a free-to-play player, I probably, in the first 5 days of this game, between the pre-registration rewards and just the rewards that you collect through the campaign, through first clear, completion of the quest and whatnot, you get yourself a ton of rewards. So if you guys are free to play and you want to stick free to play, you can definitely do it. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll move on to the units so that you guys can see it. The adventures is what they call it here. So this kind of has the same elemental tree that you see in other games. You have the flame, the water, the wind. Wind is going to be green, flame is going to be red, and water is going to be blue. The elemental tree is as follows. Blue is strong against red is strong against green is strong against blue. Okay, so you have yourself the three main elements alongside the light and the dark ones. Okay, so obviously I have a ton of different units that you guys are seeing right now. A couple of teams that I already have preset, but all these kind of change as they go along. So one of the cool things that you'll realize when it comes to your units is that there's a lot of different customization factors that you can take advantage of, right? So getting to it a little bit closer, we'll take a look at my leader here. In this team, we have Cleo. She's a dark unit. She's a healer. As you guys see, if we take a look at her stuff a little bit closely, we have three different types of things here that we can go ahead and use in order to improve her overall stat or her overall might. That's like the combat stat in this game. So we have weapons that we can obtain. We got ourselves like a little bit of a staff using the level 1 staff here. We have to improve it. Yes, we got a couple of staffs that we're using on other units, but just to kind of show you guys for the video, we got a staff that we can do. We have worm prints. These are essentially cards that we get that give us some more stats or abilities. And then we have the dragons. This is actually a unit that you shapeshift into in your match after you collect a certain amount of, you do a certain amount of attacks, you generate your shape-shifting bar, and then you're able to use this dragon to take on that boss or take on some super strong parts in this game. So it's a really unique type of mechanic in the game. Obviously, you have different types of units that do things. You got support units, got attack units, defense units, ranged units. All these different things kind of play a role. But the cool thing about this is the customization of this dragon. You will be collecting dragons along the way, and specific dragons do different things. In addition to that, if you have the dragon of a specific element and you pair it towards an element of the unit, you're going to even get more beneficial stats here. So really cool feature. I'm glad to see that they've done a really good job just with regards to like all the different types of ways you can min and max in this game. So it's definitely super fun if you are about that life. Okay, so now I'm going to take a look at my strongest unit right now. This is the Dark Berserker. He is the 4-star unit that I got at launch. Now, if you guys haven't heard a lot, or if you're getting ready to check out this game, you already know that there's all this talk about reroll this and that. Okay, so should you reroll, should you not? It's completely up to you. It's a little bit of a time investment. It's not too bad, but me personally, I'm a guy that just likes to jump into a game, get into it, and make the best of what I got. Right? You guys have heard it countless times if you watch content on my channel. It's not about what you got, but what you make of what you got. Okay, so obviously, as much as I would want a 5-star adventure alongside a 5-star dragon with the same element, I'm just going to do the best that I can. And fortunately enough, I was able to pull a 4-star dark unit. So I've been focusing a good amount of my resources on him, the dragon that I have paired up with him, which is actually a dark dragon, which we'll take a look at here, and just the weapons that I've been using along the way just to improve them all. Because one of the cool things about this game is that even though you're going to be bringing on your main adventure as well as 3 other adventures in the game to clear out the rest of the campaign, in the co-op feature, you're basically going to be bringing 1 unit. So my focus is on improving that 1 unit so that I can provide the most value to my team, right? So this guy, he is a sword-based unit. As you can see, he has 1482 might. This is coming between the level that I'm currently at. Like I said, the worm prints, the dragons, all the effort that I've put not only to getting the unit, getting the weapons and everything, but also upgrading it so that it can be pretty strong here. So you can see right here, this is the knight sword that I'm using, a 3-star crafted sword that's already maxed out at level 20. There are ways of improving it by means of unbinding, so I can increase the level cap, but right now I'm just using with what I got. The worm print that we're rocking with this one here, we'll take a look at it real quick. This is my best worm print that I have. This is, again, like I said, a stat card. This one, when put on a unit, is going to provide a little bit more skill damage and a strength double buff by 5%. So it is really nice. There's obviously a couple of ways to upgrade it, but right now I'm just using it with what we got going on here, and it's doing really fine with the content that I'm trying to clear. So not really sure. Obviously this is kind of funny. Oh no, okay, it is showing the right one here. So I see this equipped on one of these dragons here, but it's not the one that I have. Like if you see on the bottom here, I have a check mark as the one that I'm using. Now you could tell right here, this guy by the name of Juggernaut, he is my dark dragon. So I'm definitely, without a doubt, this is the one that I'm putting all the emphasis on because my main adventure is a dark unit. And so I want to make sure that if I'm coming into that co-op, I got the, strongest dragon possible. I'm working on him not only with the ability per se, but I'm also, improving the bond that I have with this one, which we're going to be talking about here in a little bit here. So again, there's tons of ways to improve your creature by means of the worm prints, the dragons, the weapons. So again, so many different things that you can do to just kind of customize your unit, which makes it super fun. Now, getting back to just the kind of style at hand, I mean, if you guys, we haven't done any gameplay, but we're going to check it out here in a little bit. We'll do a running co-op. Just kind of put it out there. Again, not sponsored, just throwing my humble opinion about this. I really do feel that Nintendo and Cygames did a really good job with the fluidity of all of the movements per se. The animations are really top notch. The chibi style I actually enjoy. Anybody that's followed me for a while, used to play Destiny 6. I had a blast with the chibi characters there, and so I really like the art style. It could be a little bit more kiddish, whatever, but hey, man, I'm childish. It doesn't even matter. Like I'm all about that, man. If the gameplay, the mechanics are top notch, then I'm definitely down, regardless of how good the art style is. And I'm gonna be the first to say that the gameplay, the mechanics is seriously on point. And if you guys are just looking for something different that you want to give it a go, like I encourage you guys to check this out. This is definitely a super fun game. Okay, so let me get back to. Or just take a look at this screen overall. We got a couple of things going on here. This is just a random team that we're just showcasing so you guys can get an idea. All of these different things that you can improve on your units. Again, like I said before, the worm prints, the dragons, the weapons and whatnot, they're all going to assist you in improving your might. And the might on the top left is like the main combat stats that you're going to be using in order to get yourself specific stages opened up. Certain events or certain quest lines, you need a specific amount of might, or they're going to recommend a certain amount of might so that you can go ahead and take it on. So it's a nice little like benchmark for you to figure out if you are ready to take on that level, or if you're trying to clear something with better rewards, you have to have a specific amount of might in order to get it done. One of the cool things about this is that once you get up into that campaign mode and you're like, okay, let me go ahead and figure out the best kind of setup possible that I want to take on the specific element. So when you get into a campaign, it's going to give you the element that you're looking for, and if you want to, you can optimize to bring in your best units with the best equipment. You're trying to figure out what kind of emphasis you want. Do you want to be a little bit more offensive or defensive? You can click this, confirm it, and it will set you up with that specific thing. Now, keep in mind that we're sitting in the team selection. We're not actually in a campaign mode. So right now it's optimizing just randomly, considering what I clicked on early on. Obviously, this is not a full-blown optimized team. This is not bringing my best units, but it kind of gives you an idea of what you can do when it comes to making sure that you're bringing in your best, for that specific fight here. So let's go ahead and click on the upgrade tab so that you can see everything that you worked on. Again, like I had said before, you can improve your adventurers, your weapons, your worm prints, your dragons. And there's a couple of other things you could do in order to improve your unit here. So this mana circle is a really unique feature. This is another way that you can improve the overall stats and abilities of your specific unit. We'll take a look at my Dark Berserker here. The mana circle is essentially a place where you can essentially upgrade that stuff with the mana that you collect along the way. So as you can see, we start out on the very bottom here with this mana circle, and you have different stats that you can click on in order to upgrade. Now, all of these nodes have been already locked, and once I get every single node in this one, this middle one is going to light up that allows me to go ahead and click on this and get to the second level of these unlocking features here, these mana circles. So we'll go ahead and check this out if we have all the pieces. Again, this is the one that I'm generally working on, so this is what I'm looking to do. Here's a new ability: Living Fortress increases max HP by 5% for the remainder of the quest, and once the HP buff reach a limit, an HP recovery effect is granted, it said. So a pretty unique thing. Again, it's a second ability. Why not, why not go with it? I'm going to be getting all of these eventually over time. And as you can see, that looks like it was the last one that I needed to go ahead and unbind and get myself up to the third stage of the mana circle. So obviously I have a lot of work to do when it comes to that, but we'll get there eventually. And but yeah, it's a pretty cool feature. Again, like the art style, just their style of how they created this. I mean, this is just super cool. I'm just like, I sit here and just scroll around because it just looks super cool, right? I don't know what to tell you guys. It just it's pretty unique. But let's see. We took a look at the teams. We took a look at the upgrade. One of the things that we'll be able to do along the way is crafting. So all these different adventures that you got can use a specific weapon. Okay, so down the road, you're going to be able to craft yourself some items that's going to have a higher amount of HP or strength. And again, all these little bit of statistics allow you to have higher might, and might is what you're looking for, in order to get yourself into some of the upper stages in these different events, modes, or different zones or whatnot. So I've done a little bit of 3-star crafting just because I was using the 1-star ones. I've checked a little bit in the Reddit. A lot of them are waiting. They say wait to push into the 4-star crafting and higher when it becomes available. But I was just looking for a little bit of improvement, and I had a ton of materials. So So I went ahead and did it for the time being. You guys do what you want, but I just want to say that I was able to get a little bit of bonus given the fact of what we got. So in the crafting ability, you can craft the weapons. You can take those weapons, you can unbind them to reach its full potential. You can also enhance them in order to improve a little bit. Of course, as you guys might have guessed, it even requires that much more materials that you're going to be using. And when you are essentially working down this enhancement tree, you can even force it to be a specific element. So again, getting back to what we were talking about with the adventures plus the dragons, if you pair yourself up with an adventure with a dragon with the same element, you're going to be getting yourself a little bit of bonus. So we'll take a look at it just one more time so you guys can see. If I take a look at my Juggernaut, which is the main dragon on my Dark Berserker, you can see right there, if I am a Shadow user or if I have it equipped on a Shadow user, I get a 30% bonus on my strength alongside this regular skill, which is called Shadow Carnage. So it's really, really nice. A lot of ways of like really fine-tuning your composition. So it's super fun. I've been having a blast. Now, the teams and the way how you can upgrade it is one thing, but there's also a different type of way that you can go ahead and upgrade just your bring in just overall stats for your party. So that next step is called the castle ground. So this is another place where you're going to be able to do essentially have your own town. You can create different types of buildings to improve your overall stats. You got your main kind of castle hall, which is the Halidum, which I just upgraded right there. I think we're at level 3 right now. We have different elemental towers here that you can go ahead and improve on. When you upgrade this new level, as you can see, we have the new expansion open up so that we can put in more buildings. So that's really, really nice. And then I got all these buildings that I was working on. So I'm going to go ahead and clear that and collect some stuff here. Now you can see right here, I have essentially the gold that you can collect. This is called rupees. Now I can collect each one if I want, or I can click this collect all button, so it's good. I collected rupees and I collected dragon fruits. Now dragon fruits is what you're going to use to upgrade your dragon, which is super, super important. Again, any and all upgrades to anything we're talking about, adventures, dragons, I mean, all that's going to be super important. But dragon fruits with the dragon, essentially that's your main weapon versus the harder bosses at the end of the stages. Like, it's super important to make sure that you invest some really good resources into the dragon that you're going to be using the most here. So yeah, this is kind of the layout right now. I got a couple of things to provide me some rupees over time. I have some towers to improve the overall stats. As you can see, I got a couple of pieces here. We'll go ahead and start some up if I have the pieces. Don't have them all. Let me see if I got this one because I want as much dragon fruit as possible. Do we have it? Yes, we do. So we're going to get this done. I got a lot of things to work on, and we're using smithies or the blacksmiths that you can collect that you start out with 2 and you can purchase along the way in order to get all these buildings done. Now I'm using 4 of them. I think you can have as a max as a 5, but right now I'm doing okay with 4. I could do a little bit more, which I probably will get the last one eventually, given the fact that they've given us so many resources. But overall, I'm able to keep up with what I have going on, so far. Okay, so the next thing that we'll go ahead and take a look at is the Dragons Roost. Now, this is the place that you're going to improve the bind, or you're essentially going to improve the shape-shifting time of your dragon here. So this is, I think, Midgard some more. This is one of the ones that I believe you started out with, which essentially is the one right here on my picture, right? But we're going to go ahead and swap him out for the one that I'm working on. I got 3 different ones that I'm working on. He's actually one of them, but the Juggernaut one is close to level, so I'm going to work on him. So as you can see, we have some items here that we can go ahead and feed him. Now I'm going to give him the biggest items that I can. There are some free ones. There is a free one, but there's also one that costs resources here. So I got the level up. I got 2 level ups here on the dragon. So I'm going to use him now. Wow, this is actually a good round of things. Once you give him specific items, you're going to be able to collect yourself some rewards. They're going to always give you a little thank you rewards, and this is what you use to upgrade the level of your dragon. Now let's not get it mixed up here. We're increasing the bond or the shape-shifting time of our dragon, But the dragon fruit we need to use to level up here. So when we think about the match that we do when we get into the boss stage, we basically shapeshift into this dragon. But the dragon, when we're the dragon, we don't take any damage. We basically just get our duration of our shapeshifting time reduced if we get hit. So it's super important to upgrade it because we want him to be in the shapeshifted form as long as possible. So it's really, really good to take advantage of it. Now, story mode, lore. I hope you guys are into it because if you are, you're going to enjoy this one. They have a really good storyline in this game. They provide a lot of unique stories about these units that showcase you like their different types of personalities. Now, for the sake of the video, we're going to save you the time and not watch it. But I will say that if you watch the stories, you'll get yourself some free Mormon, which of course, if you're using it for refills or if you want to do summons, it's going to be a great way to get yourself at least showcase it one time. So that you can claim those free rewards. Now I'm going to swap real quick because I am working on another dragon. Now this is Mercury, which I'm pretty excited to say that this is actually one of the units that we got along the campaign mode. When it comes to your free-to-play people, if you guys are like concerned about, okay, like I'm never gonna get the best stuff, or whatever the case may be, like this game gives you like 3 to 4 stars coming out of the gate in various campaign modes. They also give you dragons that you can use that are at the 4-star rank. So like I said, I have not spent any money in the game, which I probably will, but I mean I've been able to clear the first 4 chapters no problem, just because I've been again investing the resources into the units that I'm using the most, the dragons that I'm using the most, and just taking advantage of what the game has given me. So this one here, let's go ahead and give some gifts. We'll bring this one up to level 10 if at all possible. And we were able to get that done. And so now he's going to be a little bit stronger when I go up into, various stages now. Now, again, getting back to some of the stuff that this game offers you. The reason why I'm working on the water dragon is because for those that have been playing the game for a couple of days now, you guys already know what's going on. But there is a event that's going on, this new raid that's going to be coming up here, the Loyalty's Requiem, which is a fire dragon that I think we're going to be taking on. And so given the fact that water has the elemental advantage over the fire, I'm looking to improve my current water adventurers, my water dragons, or possibly pull myself a new 4 to 5 star water adventure that's super good. So we'll have to see what we can do there. I think that's pretty much it. Again, that's just the basic of what's going on. I got the 2 different types of adventure stories and dragon stories that you can take advantage of. The castle stories I haven't opened up just yet, but overall, that's going to be the gist of it. Now, let's go ahead and go into the events. I'm going to show you some gameplay before we actually get into the first summoning session on the channel. We have the different type of recurring events that are going on: Avenue of Power, Avenue of Fortune, and Flame Hall Runes. Now, if you want to click on it and you want to figure out like what they provide, you can click that little magnification button on the bottom. It'll tell you what kind of rewards that you're looking for or what kind of rewards it gives. So if you are needing a specific reward to upgrade something or whatnot, then take a look at it, see what it gives you so that you're not wasting any energy, right? Okay. So let's go back in here now. Dragons, I think if I remember correctly, I'm going to be getting a lot of material that will allow me to upgrade my dragon. Yeah, I want this dragon fruit all day. I'm trying to max out my dragon as fast as possible. So I've been working on dragon a little bit, and I've been trying to clear out my my gathering wings if I can. We're going to go ahead and do this Broomhilda's trial so you guys can check this out. Now, again, I'm not going to show any regular campaign. I want to show the co-op because the co-op to me is by far the funnest thing in this game. And the cool thing about this is that if depending on how you set up your co-op, you can find a room or you can create a room. If you create a room, you use your regular stamina. If you find a room, you just use your regular gathering. So depending on the friends that you have in this game or who you find, you can go back and forth between your resources in order to take full advantage of this and be able to clear content that you would not be able to clear if you were regularly doing a solo. Okay, so we're gonna go up in here. We're gonna find a room for this trial. We're going to take on the fire dragon, and again we're going to be bringing in our dark unit so that we can set it up. So now I'm going to click this here to see if I can edit my team. Let's go ahead and edit the team here. I'm going to put this dark one up in front, and if it puts it up in front, that should be the unit that it uses in my lineup here. So now you can see I have a little bit more might for myself now versus the other unit that I had set up here. and everybody else is actually super OP. This guy right above me, Nefaria, has like over 2100 might, so that person's a beast right there. But again, I now, mind you, I'm just clicking it to go in there, but as you guys might have guessed, given the fact that this is going to get super hard down the road, you're going to have to figure out bringing in that perfect composition in order to take these stages down. You're going to have to balance it out, bring in some DPS, possibly some healing. You might have to take a look at some of the units that provide unique skills that can provide some kind of resistance to an AoE that's going to be bringing in. I mean, there's a ton of things that you got to consider when going at specific bosses here. So we're gonna have to wait just a little bit as everybody connects. But overall, for the most part, the ping, everything about the connectivity has been really, really good. There hasn't been too much of a delay. I haven't had any connection issues. Like, again, shout out to Nintendo and Cygames one time. They did a really, really good job. So I was gonna try to get myself out of this AoE. This actually boss attacked a little bit quicker. Oh my god. He attacked a little bit quicker than I was expecting. So we're gonna go ahead and try to hit him from the back here. As you can see, he got two different meters, his health meter and this overdrive meter. Now, this overdrive meter, I think that's when he goes ham, essentially. And so once he's in overdrive, we got to be very cautious because we definitely don't want to get hit that much more. Now, again, he flew away, so he's providing a little bit of DPS. We don't want to hit these flames, obviously. We got a special ability that will hit right there, so we can go ahead and do some damage. And we have our dragon available, but we want to wait. We want to wait to see if we can get closer to him. Okay, here we go. Let's get it going. Bam! This is my dragon. I'm gonna show you all what it is. Let's go ahead and do some damage. If we can, use our special ability, Shadow's Carnal. Did I say Shadow's Carnal? Shadow Carnage. All right, and take him out. We did enough damage to go ahead and break him, so now he's down for the count. Now we're all just trying to smash him to no end, doing all the different types of skills that we can as he's incapacitated, and we're able to get the job done. We took him out, no problem. GG. Take care, God bless, and we will see you in the next one, right? So that's going to be it for that one. Now, the treasure chest is open. We're going to get ourselves some rewards. And now we're able to clear it and obtain, what we were looking for. So again, guys, that's just a little bit. That's just the tip of the iceberg there. That's one dragon out of all these different events, these different campaigns that we're going to be taking on. So it's really super fun. You have this aspect of campaign where you just, mix and match your units in order to bring in the best team possible. Or if you have a decent amount of friends that are looking to push on the higher content of the game, you can bring along your friends to take on some of these harder stages that you couldn't do on your own. And then, of course, with this new event that's going on here, there's going to be a raid feature where we're going to be taking on 16 units versus these epic bosses here. So it's super cool. I'm pretty excited about it. Obviously, I'll have to wait a little bit because I got a lot of stuff to do in order to clear it. Now, again, if I didn't say it enough already, the free-to-play life is super doable, right? And so this is probably the 6th time in the past 5 days that I've collected like over 60 different items. I'm just constantly getting items when you clear campaign quests for the first time, when you do co-op with unique players for the first time. You just get a ton of rewards. So look at this. I literally have enough to do a pack right now, which is what we're going to be doing, right? I mean, it's just ridiculous. This is not that, like I said, this is the 5th time. There's so many rewards that you can obtain. So it's just amazing. This game is super generous when it comes to the free-to-play community. Okay, so let's go ahead and summon. Now, the summon showcase here, I think, these are the 2 units here. Now, this is the Valiant Crown that I got. These are all, I believe that this is in this banner, this is the unit that is like, the one that has a little bit higher chance to get, So you can take a look right below the banner information. They got a couple of tickets that show your resources here. You can get these vouchers for summons. There's a 10-fold voucher. There was a 5-star, I think, voucher that you can get if you buy like a pack or whatnot. You got your Warmite, you got your Diamantium, so you can take a look at your resources so you can see what you want to purchase. Now, if you do go pay to play, they provide these daily deals, but you have to use Diamantium on it. You can do single summons, but there's really no point. I would save your resources. That if you're going to do summons, you should do the 10-for-1 because you want the 4-star guarantee to do it. So let's go ahead and jump right into it here. We're going to be using our Warmite again. This is probably a day and a half worth of just doing random events, quests, co-op in order to get myself some free stuff. So as you can see, it changed to a gold, so that means we're going to get a 4-star unit, which we already knew. It's guaranteed. Now, we could still get Rainbow if if it changes at the very end here, but I don't know if it's going to show us here. Let's see if it changes. Rainbow. Nope, nope. It's going to be a gold. So it's going to be some kind of adventure with gold. We got a 3-star Dark Gloom Drake, which is fine. Again, I already have a 2 4-star Juggernaut, so I'm not worried about that. Edward, with regards to these units, these adventurers, I don't really know a lot about them, so that's fine. That animation per se is the worm print, so this is the card that's going to provide us the stats that we want on our units. Here's another unit that I already have apparently, so I get some Eld Water, and I think Eld Water is what you use to promote your units to upgrade their levels here. So correct me, anything that I forget, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know in the chat. Now, this is another dark unit that I believe a lot of people have been talking about, so I'm pretty excited. Again, given the fact that my Dark Berserker, I'm using it quite a bit. It's a dark element. It's neutral towards everything, with the exception of light. So I mean, it just makes things a little bit easier when you're trying to clear content and you don't want to do a lot of switching when it comes to your units. So I'm pretty excited. That's the first Orion that we pulled. Let's take a look here. Ricard, I believe Ricard is a healer. Don't quote me on that, but I believe he is a healer. I got plenty of healers, so I should be good. We got another Fire Dragon, which is okay. I have a couple of Fire Dragons here. Again, we're getting a lot of dark units, which is surprising. And here's our last one here, Musashi. So I'm actually excited about this one. I mean, obviously he looks super cool, but ultimately I thought he was actually going to be a water one. He's a wind one, so we won't be able to take advantage of him in the lineup here, so that's unfortunate, but let's see where we're at. You know what? I'm just gonna go. Don't do what I'm doing right now, okay? We're gonna do it yet again. Like this is the first video. Let's have fun with it. Like, let's do some extra summons just to give you guys. Let's see if we can get that rainbow one time, right? We're gunning for it, but we didn't get it. Okay, don't do what I did. Save your resources. Don't blow them all in summons, okay? Just watch me here. Watch me, okay? Unless this last one we get is a rainbow, maybe it switches to a rainbow. Oh, no, it did not. But it looks like we got a Trident for a weapon here, so I'm curious to see what that unit is. So, all right, let's do it out again. Oh, wait, fail. I didn't click that one. I don't know if I had that one just yet. Halo. I think that's actually a new worm print. I don't think I got that one. So, Geroda. We got another water. It looks like a samurai user or something like that, like a sword user. Interesting. We got the Hamura, which we already got. Let's see. Elder Water. Yeah, we already got this one, so we don't need this one again. Do we got a new water dragon? I think we do. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take him on. Ooh, what's this one? What does this one do? Paladin, 3-star. Okay, again, we got a ton of dark dragons, so we're not really concerned about that. Like, we're sitting pretty good here. Looks like another unit that we got that we already had. So, oh, that last unit that we got that was a 4-star was, yeah, a light Trident user. So we already have him. We're not really concerned about it. But, yeah, again, super cool. Okay, we got more resources here. I don't even know what we got. What do we got here? Is this actually rewards or is this limited? Oh, so some quest drop reward that I didn't collect early on. I think oh, that's it because I don't have an inventory space. That makes sense. Okay. So either way, guys, that's pretty much going to be it. Again, take advantage of all the resources that you can get. Be efficient with it, and you're going to have a blast. Again, huge shout out to Nintendo and Cygames. They did a really, really good job with this game coming out of the gate. So many different things that you can do. So many fun ways to customize your units. I'm having a blast with it, and I hope you guys do too. That is going to be it, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's your boy Childish, your ChildishPlays. Checking out. Take care, and we will see you all in the next episode of Dragalia Lost. I'm out.